So we're going to have a fun little adventure this morning. I am near Meadview, Arizona. This is the Lake Mead recreation area, and the Colorado River is down through these canyons down that way. And I was talking to one of the locals last night at a little shindig, and he was telling me about a canyon that's go down this road. There's a canyon that goes up in the hills where there's a spring, and they said there's pools of water and there's all kinds of frogs. And what really got my attention was when he said they were like guinea hens, guinea birds. And a guinea is a type of, it's a kind of a weird domesticated bird that's like kind of like a chicken, but not really, but about the same size as a chicken. And I just cannot imagine guineas living out here, especially where we're going. Once you see it, you'll understand. But anyway, I like frogs, and I haven't seen any frogs in a long time, so we're going to go down this road and hopefully all the way down to that canyon right there, to this little side canyon that's down past where you can see in the middle there. See if we can find some guineas. A little quail down there running around. I don't know if you can see them, but gambrel quail. Local sport birds, you can hunt those. I hope those aren't the guineas he was talking about. You have to look up guineas. They're really cool birds. They're like if you have a property and you want something that's going to make a lot of noise when strangers come around, get yourself some guineas, because they run in flocks, and then, boy, I tell you, they see anything out of the ordinary and they go just make tons of noise. You can't mistake it when someone's coming around. Arizona pinstriping. Those are Joshua trees. I haven't seen those before. That's what those are. Yeah, I'm 100% glad I didn't bring my motorcycle. This sand would really wear me out. If you look in these trees right here, that's where the water rushed down, and it got up to that height right there. If any of you guys ever decide you want to come down here and do this, I would highly recommend that you check to make sure there's no rain or thunderstorms in the forecast anywhere in this area, because this would be a death trap if you were down here and they had a thunderstorm 20 miles up in the hills from you. Keep those fossils. I don't see any. I think you can understand why I'm very interested to see if there's actually frogs and guineafowl down here. I mean, it just doesn't look like a place that either one of those would want to live. Hope they're friendly. Man, look how skinny that bad boy is. It's actually a girl. Rack of bones, poor thing. We'll start a little hike up the canyon. Sure enough, look at that. Ooh, looks tasty. Yeah, so that's got to be the canyon right there. Guineafowl and frogs everywhere, they said. All right, I'm looking forward to this. Old jig rig made it down here. Don't see any oil streaming out from underneath it. So we made it to the canyon, Grapevine Canyon, and we're going to park right here at the mouth, and we're going to hike up through there. And although it doesn't look like much from here, from what I understand, it's actually a really, really interesting hike. Very little water out here in this part of the desert. We're in the Lake Mead recreation area. Colorado River is down this canyon, probably about another 3 or 4 miles. I don't think you can drive down to it. We actually had to come in from above. This is a little stream that pops out of the canyon and just disappears into the sand right down here. It's actually nice flowing water. Wouldn't drink it because you can tell there's cows in here. There's cow poo and everything in the water. So definitely don't drink that without filtering it first. And supposedly there are tons of frogs and guineafowl, which is like a type of weird chicken, up in that canyon. I can't believe the guineafowl, but it'll be interesting to see if that's indeed what they are, not just like gambrel quail, which is kind of what I'm thinking they might be talking about now. All right, got all my gear, got some one thing of water. I don't think I'm gonna need too much since we'll be along water all the way. This canyon isn't that long. I don't know if there's even a trail though. To be honest with you, I didn't see any trail when I started. I looked around here just a little bit. I'm gonna lock my truck up, although I don't think I really need to. This is a really kind of remote area. Not many people are going to come down here. Anyone that does would be like the rancher who has cows, or I get my binoculars. The rancher who has the cows, the Park Service, or somebody who wants to look at the frogs and guineafowl just like me. All right, now I'm gonna find my binoculars. I'm gonna follow this little trail right here. Could be a cow trail or it could be a human trail. I'll see cow tracks in it. Hopefully it'll go along the edge and we'll be able to drop back down soon. That stuff is kind of rough to walk through. Snake. But it's not a poison, it's not a rattlesnake. See, it's really long and thin. Rattlesnakes don't look like that. They're shorter and more stout. And of course, he doesn't have a rattle. So he's here because of the creek, a little water, probably lots of insects and little frogs, hopefully. Isn't that cool? Maybe that's part of the tree. Might actually be part of the tree, like a weird growth on it or something. I'm not sure about that. You know, this isn't my normal area of expertise, although I don't really have one. This is even further down the list of not having one. Went ahead and got a walking stick for the snakes. Let them know I'm coming. Should be able to stand on that, I hope. There we go. There's some type of reed. Oh, there's our froggy. He was right. So there are frogs everywhere. See him? He'll get more active as the day warms up a little bit. All right, get across here. There we go. There's no pipe. So I guess there's probably, the guy was telling me there's pools of water up here. So they must have used this pipe to drag it down to the bottom for the cows during especially dry seasons when the water's not flowing down through there. I need a lighter walking stick. This thing weighs a ton. Must be ironwood, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, that's nice and clear. Any tadpoles? That's nice. I'm starting to like this now. There's my stick. Get rid of my glasses, now I can see. I was talking to you earlier about how when the floods come, how violent they are. You can see a piece of that pipe right here, how it's like bent around like a pretzel from the floods. so that bone, that might be human. It's a little too big for that. Nice and clear. Has a weird little tinge to it though. Wonder if it's good clean water, if it's got like salts in it or anything. Oh, I'll bring that out with me when I come back through. Dude, look at that. That's got to be at least 6 or 8, 10 feet deep out there, man. That's awesome. Can you imagine just diving in there on a hot day? Ice cold. Yeah, not today though. Oh, my battery's almost dead. The rocks in here aren't really good for making pictographs or petroglyphs or anything. It's kind of a weird rock, so I'm not thinking we're going to find anything like that, but you never know. Oh, and that's a bathtub right there, let me tell you. I like that. All right, I'm going to turn the camera off because I'm going to have to scramble up here. That's going to be slippery, and I don't want to break anything, especially my bones. So we made it up through there with little difficulty. Another warning for you, I mean, be on the lookout for rattlesnakes, but also be looking for scorpions when you're climbing through the rocks like that, because they can be up in those crevices, so you might get stung on the finger if you're not careful. Here's some footprints. People were up here not too awful long ago. These are little antlion traps, little insects that live in the bottom of that, and if you drop an ant in it, they attack the ant. They pull them under the sand and eat them. If I see a little ant, I'll show you, but I don't see any. I just figured out why they call it Grapevine Canyon. If you look here, these are grapevines. So that's why they call it Grapevine Canyon. Look at the size of that grapevine. That's a big old boy right there. It's a monster of a grapevine. Look how big around it is. I see some coyote tracks. The people either turned around or it's rained on their tracks since they were last up here, because they're gone now. This is like a rattlesnake ambush site. Rat poo. So we know you're going to have snakes up here. Rattlesnakes. That's what they eat. Not rat poo, but rats. Alright. I guess over here. What do you think? Holding the camera and doing this at the same time is not easy. I'm going to go ahead and turn you off again. And once I get through this mess, I'll get you back out. All right, I made it through the grapevines. First thing I see is a Coors can. Very sad. Just looking for snakes. A nice pool. That's a nice shelter right there. Not really big enough for more than a couple of people to sleep though. See some stuff on the walls back there, but that's probably spray paint. But we'll look at it. Came over here and sure enough, 1995 in spray paint. It's unfortunate, but there it is. Let's go ahead and try to get up on the next level through here. Definitely can't get up that side. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, look at that. I can't even see. I bet you that thing could be 20 feet deep. I cannot see the bottom. I can see a ledge down there, maybe at 10 feet, and it's just black after that. Absolutely cool. All right, I gotta turn you off again. I'll try to scramble up through here without slipping down into the water. Wasn't too bad of a scramble, but that would stop probably half the people right there. Just so you know if you come out here. Actually had to use a reeds to pull myself up, and that was a little bit scary because I shouldn't really trust the reeds with my life, or at least a good soaking. Right. Pretty easy scramble so far, just that one spot we went through that was a little bit shaky. I mean, don't come up here if you're in a wheelchair or have a broken leg. That's weird. What the heck is that? Is that from a rat nest? That black gooey stuff? Some 22 bullets. Somebody's shooting up here. That's a weird thing right there, man. Maybe the cows hang out here in the summertime. Maybe this overhang shades them enough, and that's cow poo. I'm not sure. Ooh, heard something rattle. You hear something rattle? It could have been a grasshopper flying. Yeah, I guess we're okay. It was right in here somewhere. I think we're by it. By it. Saw the reflection off the camera. All right. Yep, all right, we're back on the trail for sure. Oh no, gentlemen. Gee, that's like 3 feet deep right there. I felt something sticking in my leg. I thought it was a scorpion. All right, we'll have to get across down here. Use that stone. Right. Easy peasy. I don't want to get my boots wet because it makes for terrible, uncomfortable hiking, but we may have to step on that stone. Let's just jump up there. What do you say? You ready? That was really easy to do. I just kind of leaned forward and grabbed it. But the first thing I saw were these giant rocks here and here that came down from up there at some point not too long ago. All right, let's continue. Definitely no more human tracks. So up to now, I'd say it's been a moderate hike. A little bit of scrambling, not too bad, but we got to a spot where it changes everything now. As you can see, the canyon has narrowed down. I do not have the skills to make it around that, rock climbing skills. There are more waterfalls, so I'm not going to wade through that because that's chest deep at least. And it's not that warm. I did want to show you this little bush here. These are like horrible little bushes. I think it's called cat claw. If you look, it's got these little claws on it, they're little barbs, and they're like hooked. So when that catches in your skin or your clothes, but your skin especially, you kind of really dig in, just like a cat's claw. And they're hard to get out. Probably not going to kill you, but it's going to make you uncomfortable. Well, that might be it for us on this hike, as far as going up, because I don't see any easy way without going all the way down and hiking up the side. Isn't that cool? Little lone cactus right there. Found that little crack, one of the seeds, I guess. And growing right out of that crack. You can see that cable looking thing coming down up there, and it goes on up. That is actually a water pipe with an electric cord running down, you know, kind of like taped to it, coming all the way down. So they must have been pumping water from down here up to there somewhere. But up on top, there's nothing up there for a long ways, at least now. As it turns out, I probably should have just waited, stripped down and waded through there, because I just took a bath. So, well, literally just took all my clothes off and took a bath. So I could easily waded through there. I'm gonna grab the beer can and any other trash I see on the way out. All right, let's keep moving. Never leave the truck. People, I can't remember. I think these are called horsetails. These things here might be something else tail, but these are a really ancient type of plant that's been around for a long time. Yeah, I don't think I saw this piece of pipe coming up, but look how crusty that thing is. The thing looks like it's been there since Hector was a pup. Oh, maybe not quite that long. Okay, we made it out to the mouth of the canyon. And if you do come up here on a hike, when you start, go on the left-hand side. It's much easier. This is why the cows are up there, because the fence is down. They should not be up there in that part of the canyon where those little pools and stuff are. All right, so we made it out of Grapevine Canyon. You see the truck's right there. I just wanted to show you this is as far as the water makes it. Not very far from the mouth of the canyon, just soaks into the ground, and it will continue to the flow, but it might be anywhere from 1 to 50 feet underground as it works its way down to the Colorado River. All right, here's the deal. I had a good hike. It was fun. I think if you're in the area and just looking for something to do, this might be a nice little hike for you. I would not travel a long way to do it, but it is kind of cool. You don't see water out in this part of the desert very much. And if it's a nice warm day, man, it'd be excellent bathing up there, just kind of laying in the water, cooling off and chilling. It's actually not bone chillingly cold either. It's a little bit, not warm, but it's not icy cold like I was expecting. That's it. Jump back in the truck and away we'll go back up the canyon. Hope you enjoyed the little hike.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living.